podcast. And as tradition, I'm that dude with the beard and the other host here, Mr. KC. We coming live at you with some Tuesday actionage. What's going on with it, Mr. KC?
Oh, just chilling like a villain, trying to figure out how to make this next million, looking at this NFL season that's upon us. It
You're
is
not
a
lying.
sight to see.
You're not lying. Definitely entering what I like to call parlay season. One of the best time, one of the most wonderful times of the year, if you got to sing it like that. Um, Life is just better in America when football's back. And as you can see on my hat, I only know winning recently. I grew up with enough heartache to enjoy the years when I'm supposed to enjoy certain things and enjoy them thoroughly. Shout out to the world champion Kansas City Chiefs on our verge of a three-peat, never done until now. Big shout out to the organization, all the draft picks, everybody, and good health to everybody going forward. Mr. KC, what do you got on your mind, man?
Well, I'm just looking at this preseason that just happened. We got a lot of hype around the league, a couple dissatisfied customers, but man, I tell you what, preseason is the best at getting you just excited for no reason.
Oh yeah, it gives you a chance to really get your what I like to call an appetizer, get your mouth all ready for the main course, so to speak. Dude, like I said, football is just it's essential in America. Like how war games and stuff was in the Coliseum in Rome. You got to give the people bread, so to speak, for the higher level thinking folks. But at the end of the day, we got to enjoy the entertainment too, even if you are a high thought person. Uh, Dude, this preseason has been electric so far, and really, the folks is going to get one here soon. I'll have another one here soon, a more in depth one. But I was going to give my thoughts on Caleb Williams because, like I've been saying, if you've been a fan of the show and watching the show, I ain't a believer yet. I'm still not a believer. I've watched what he did against Buffalo, and I'm just like, yeah, he's playing Buffalo, a team that I got like going maybe getting 5 wins on the season. I'm not impressed. And I was looking through comments and stuff, and even hearing what certain people, not too many people were impressed. I mean, most of the throws were pretty kind of checked down. There were a couple of wild throws, but it's preseason, stuff you can get away with. Um, I got to see a real sample size versus a real defense when it really matters. Like I said, because I'm not impressed. I'm just not. I mean, that should be
Yeah,
up there. We can cut that. This is
right. Yeah,
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think we lost Mr. KC here for a moment here, but it sounds like
back. Yeah,
oh, I was gonna say it sounds like he on the same train though. Like we not really worried about this man at all here.
but I mean, he is set up for success. If you think about it, with DJ Moore and whatnot.
I think he said we got some fans. Hold on, let me check the chat here. Yo, what's going on, fellas? Hey, all right, guys, what do y'all do? Hey, shout out to you, dog lover. You here? Shout out to you. What's this about? It's about sports in general. We got a whole channel. Check it out. You can see the history. We give accurate sports predictions here. We give betting tips here that often pay out. Anything you can think of, entertainment videos as far as that. So what's going on with everybody? We appreciate y'all being here already coming through. But back to what we were saying though, no disrespect. Caleb Williams, like I said, you just ain't showed me nothing yet. You ain't showed us nothing enough not to make me say that you're going to be one of these top rookies, or even the top in the quarterback realm as far as the NFL. Because a lot of people been hyping him up, and I'm gonna say you can't take that little bit of body work and kind of propel that to the top.
Right, absolutely. Caleb Williams is an interesting guy. We do actually do cover a
Yeah,
little bit of it.
we
We
do.
specialize in football. That is our bread and butter. If you're gonna take a sports bet, definitely take an NFL sports bet. But like we just had an unhinged hero with a soccer guy on it this week that you should probably check out. You might enjoy that one.
Right. Yeah, I would say go ahead and check it out here. If you got a chance, you can check out the channel. Well, like I said, we do a lot of different variety videos. And we did some unhinged heroes here. And like I said, the person that we chose here, I didn't want to name drop just to get you there, but Mario Balotelli. You already know how he
Right.
gets down. So check him out. Check that out here. Uh, and you're right, TG. I see your comment. Caleb Williams hasn't proven anything, and I'm right there on the same boat. I'm just like I'm not too quick to anoint anybody, and so it's just kind of what
Especially
it is,
preseason game one. Preseason
man,
game one, we're crowning folks these days. We
man.
got another interesting one from Wally Mart. Do you think Bronny James will have an impact on the Lakers? Yeah, sure. For morale, I think it'll be a nice morale boost for the locker room. You know,
Um,
this is what James is trying to live up and be hyped for. Like really,
yeah. I
but
think I think he'll be a boon to the team as far as like media coverage and everything like that. And even if he comes in as a rookie and still only gets 5 to 10 points a game, they'll count that as a win in Lakerland nowadays because it don't take too much to appease it no more. It's not like when we had Bean down there and it was a different standard of winning back then. It seems like now they're just doing anything for media coverage.
yeah. And look, this is a Lakers fan telling you this. I'm not a Lakers fan, so you're getting it straight from the fan sources. But I do want to
Man,
shout out King 415. He's like, all hell the San Francisco 49ers. You will be
man,
happy to know that we correctly predicted that Super Bowl whole matchup, the whole shooting campaign. You can check the tapes. And we also had a 49ers guest on before the Super Bowl. Like, we messed with the 49ers. We like to say you guys are the Kansas City Chiefs of the NFC. So
by
shout out the
far.
49ers.
By
We
far the
love.
closest product.
I hope we can go and disappoint you one more time again this season. It's not
Man,
my
because I
pick.
mean, look, if you're gonna let us beat you in another Super Bowl, I'll definitely take it. No disrespect to y'all, but I mean, like I said, y'all the little dogs, and we just the big roof. We on the busy side of the street, so that's just what it is.
Oh, Wally Mart wanted to know if you think Bronny is going to do 10 points a game.
Shoot, man, like, he can get kind of close to it. I don't expect him to be rookie of the year, none of that. But 10 points,
Yeah,
five, well, maybe seven, maybe 7 points a game
I like.
somewhere in there. Cause it depends on how much they run him, man. Like I said, his daddy pretty much the coach and the CEO. We'll, we'll see. Good night,
Shout it out, Beast. You can ask any question you want. We got CJ Ward saying the Commanders will win it all. Look, this the hardest team to predict in my opinion, just
man.
because, I mean, it's all brand new. Everything's brand new there. You
And
got
I
new
heard your quarterback
coaches.
was having a few struggles. The most recent thing I had read up on him here. So I mean, like I said, still rookie woes, but I always say Washington is a formidable team. They remind me a lot of the Colts. It's like they don't really lose games. You really have to go beat them. So that's what I'm saying. Sam Kerr, what's going on? Good evening to you too. What's going on? Even Beast 123, what's going on? He said Dragon Ball or Naruto. I mean, we're gonna always say Dragon Ball, and then going forward to see we're gonna stick with the one that started it all, and not to dive in too deep on that. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm more of
moving
an
on.
Afro samurai. I'm an Afro samurai guy myself. I prefer that. I think that's a more entertaining
Well,
cartoon.
you can't mess with that either. But like I said, we'll end up down the whole rabbit hole talking about that because there's a whole
Yeah,
content
you
there.
have me lost. I'm already lost at Dragon Ball and Naruto. So that's as far as we need to dive into that section. This is a sports show. Like you don't want me out here faking the fuck. I know dude with a beard over here though is a very well educated man in the anime universe and could answer questions for y'all.
King 415, little dogs. Y'all the little dogs, and we the big roof. Now, I already told you, man, we the big roof, man. We already on the busy side of the street. Y'all done gave us 2 Super Bowls to prove it. And I mean, I can't remember the last time y'all beat us. I told Mr. KC y'all doing last year, no disrespect. Like I said, I mess with the Niners as long as y'all ain't playing us. But anytime y'all see us, y'all lose. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
almost a fact by now. Like, certain we just got your number. That's all it is, and we've been through similar things. So yeah, it's okay.
yeah. And it's kind of hard to call you the big dog if you lose every time we play you. So I don't understand how that definition applies, but please let me know. Should watch Samurai Champloo. Is that the how are you saying that?
It says Samurai Shampoo.
Sham, sham, I can't even read. Oh,
I don't see
oh,
what you're
Cameron
talking
dropped it
about.
out
It
there.
says Samurai
Oh, Cameron
Shampoo.
had dropped it up there. This guy can't say Kansas City without being out of breath. Bro, Kansas City is not that big of a word. Calm down.
Any-
Calm down.
Anyway, we know he's a loser. Uh,
Right.
so speaking on Kansas City, since you brought him up, yeah, once again the world champions back to back again. Like I said, the toughest football team in all the NFL. Something we've been building up to see. Like I said, yeah, I mean, we've been through the trenches with this team. Like I said, through years of obscurity. So Kansas City. Hold on, let me catch my breath. Kansas City.
Right. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Melon Lord has a question. He says, "What is the state of the NFL in your opinions?"
Dude, it's almost to the point where it's gonna be like toilet paper in warm water. Like it's already gotten so soft, but now it's just about to be too. It's about to be too soft. It's gonna be flagged sooner or later. The NFL is. I don't want to say they're gonna go under at one point in time, but dude, they're going to trend that way. Hopefully, it don't happen. Maybe there's some changes, but it seems like every year it just makes it harder to play defense. So you might as well just have like to see who can score faster or something. Like I just don't know because it's getting a lot softer and it's definitely getting more catered toward offense. And I know with the NFL, offensive scores make money. You know, it's high scoring games make money. So
Yeah, we got a South Park vote in here, which is always I mean, how can you deny that one? You know what I mean? Apologize for the riots. Nobody cares about that. We're talking sports, but we like sports topics. What do you? We don't know anything about anything, bro. We're stupid jocks that enjoy sports. Like we just we don't even watch the news. So you got the wrong uh, people for that kind of question.
yeah. Well, say
You
we're
got to call Miss
oblivious.
Cleo.
We're oblivious right now. We don't know nothing about nothing. But anyway, so moving forward though, interesting preseason so far. Like I said, not a believer in Caleb Williams and anything he got going on in that scenario. Moving forward, like I said, we've heard some issues around the league with certain quarterbacks and everything like that. And I'm starting to look at the situation in Carolina and seeing how the Houston game went for them and how much they really looking at their return and how much they're regretting it. I know it's an easy thing to always turn to and say like, man, we went with the wrong guy, but it's like this is the guy you wanted that you scouted and you vetted, and I don't see Carolina doing anything either. And let me ask this to the people who's in the room here. I got the Saints and the Panthers tying week 1 because I think both of those teams are so lackluster that it could happen. Tell me in the comments if you think different, but they could tie. And I'm thinking they will, and there might be a little $5 bet you put down. Gamble responsibly. We live in places where it is league well. Always gamble legally.
Where are the Pats fans now? They've disappeared a little bit. It's a love time. You got to transition. Look, you're coming off Tom with 2 decades of just absolutely owning the league. Like people got to remember that what Tom Brady did and
Yeah.
what Patrick Mahomes is doing isn't really normal. Like this is like typically if a quarterback won 1 or 2 Super Bowl, like if they won two, like that puts you in elite status alone. Like there's only a couple handfuls of guys that have won two. You know, and you start talking about like where's the Pats fans? They're waiting to see what happens around the corner.
Right.
Look, they had
Oh man.
they
You
got a
know,
like
line
quarterback controversy a little bit down there too, or up there, I
because
should
their
say.
third string was looking like he's ready to take the job. He's mobile.
Mm,
He was throwing some slight darts, but my thing is he know when to take off. And hold on, let's get to the comments. Stefan's Bryce Young is a dog. No, he's not, bro. I say this consistently because it's a fact. Alabama cannot produce quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts,
right.
he's not good. I keep telling you that he benefited off of being on an extraordinary team.
So does Tua.
Dude, go ahead, Miss
That's what.
Casey.
That so does Tua. Like if you look at Tua, like it's because he's like Bryce Young got a bad hand because he went to Carolina. If you
Exactly.
would have put Bryce Young on a loaded team that was
Yeah.
really just a quarterback away.
Then
Like if you would have
maybe
put Bryce Young on the Raiders, he might have had a chance or something. Like you could pick a couple different spots besides Carolina, and he would have had a chance. Unfortunately, but unfortunately, the Carolina Panthers have been just a dumpster fire of an organization since Cam Newton. Like, let's just
for
be
sure.
honest. What have they done since then? It's been bad, and like it's the worst of the league. The most confident bet I could make this coming up NFL season is minus 700 for the Carolina
Man,
Panthers not to make the playoffs.
man,
Like you want to talk about free money? That is free
man,
money. Go get you a free $100 bill. Put $700 up, you'll get a free $100 bill with that
man,
advice alone.
man. Like I said, and
6 months.
if that don't tell you nothing, you better think about my week one proposal. They tie with the Saints. Both of them are so mediocre that would be the tie of the NFL week one. It is crazy. Let's see here. He said, Purdy for president, not in this lifetime, not for young Brocky. Uh,
Right.
he
What
said,
is
I'm not a
that, man?
Panthers fan,
Bro,
but I hear you.
uh, hey, I'm glad y'all winning some games, but let's just point to some rings, bro. Like
The
if you really
Falcons
want to
will
get
win the
crazy,
NFL. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I read Hog's comment about the Falcons. They got to win the NFC South. I got them winning the South. Like there ain't no way around it. Steelers finna go crazy though. There, I got them winning the North. Now
did
you're
you
talking.
did you what we need to talk about real quick is Penix. My boy Penix, was he not out there looking kind of nice with the Falcons? I'm hyped on Penix. I know he's got a. It's gonna be a while probably because you got Kirk Cousins in the way and he's paid. Like you got some bench time coming up, unfortunately. But I tell you what,
Mhm.
don't give that boy a chance. You're gonna lose your job, Kirk.
I'm thinking that they should be fine either way how it goes forward, but Kirk Cousins definitely should take them all the way to the NFC South redemption land, so to speak. Like they should have won it last year, honestly, even under Desmond. Like I don't anyway, but that's a whole nother debacle. But this year they got to do it.
Uh, Let me see what we got here. Stefan says Steelers finna go crazy though, which is
Oh
pretty
yeah,
truthful.
yeah, they should win the North. They really should. And Mike Tomlin has proved time and time and time and time and time again. It don't matter who y'all give him and who he got. They're gonna at least be 500, if not in the
Right.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Uh, we got what are y'all's fans for? What's our teams? He's a Vikings fan. We got a Chiefs fan over here to the right and to the left. I know I ain't got nothing behind me
The
showcasing it
world
today, but I'm
champion.
also a Chiefs fan. For basketball, I am a Seattle Sonics fan. So I'm like a free agent in the NBA. We got a Lakers fan over here. You
Well,
know, shout out.
I wouldn't say I'm a total Lakers fan. I pay attention to Laker politics out of respect for Kobe Bryant. I retired when he did.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take
I
that.
retired
But
when he did, man. I
and then
couldn't stand
baseball,
him.
we're both Royals fans. You know, stuff like
Definitely.
that.
Braves is my second team. Atlanta's my second home. Like I like the Falcons too. I always keep them in the back pocket. I always keep my eyes on them. But yeah, it's definitely Kansas City. I was with the Vikings when y'all had Cousins, man. Y'all was the kings of the North, man. I was with y'all. Wasn't nobody else
The
riding with y'all but me.
And that JJ McCarthy bandwagon has
Man,
gotten rough all of a sudden. All of a sudden, it turned into a real negative preseason for them, in my opinion. Like all the hopes of the Vikings gets kind of rough. You lose him to a knee injury. Uh,
right. It can be detrimental because your whole offense is built around them, and I mean, well, not even just your offense, all your future plans, so to speak. So, I mean,
right.
we'll see. Hopefully, the extent of the injury is not too bad, but man, it's a unfair shake. But at the end of the day, man, you could have still had Kurt, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, well, I guess they couldn't have paid Justin all that money if they would have kept Cousins. So there's that.
I don't know if you've heard about this, the Hassan Reddick situation going on with the Jets. I don't know. Have you heard
Mm-mm,
about this?
I
Let
have
me let,
not.
let me break this one down for you. So the Jets in the offseason traded for Hassan Reddick, and before they made the trade to Philly, they offered Reddick a contract. He turned it down. They still traded for him. So now they're in a situation where they traded for a guy that's like, for me to play for you, you gotta pay me. And they're like Pikachu face. They're like, you want to get paid? You mean you mean you mean
Oh
when someone
God,
gets traded, they usually get a new contract with the team? Is that
man!
what's supposed to happen?
There's supposed to be an exchange of dollars. Like this, there's a transaction here. Oh
Like
man,
you're telling me that you expect that you want to raise like just because I traded for you? No, you got that contract though. Like I got you're under contract. And and Reddick is like, I don't care about the contract. Like you gotta like if you want me, you gotta like if I'm playing, you gotta give me a new contract. And it ain't a little tidbit you offered me earlier either. All right.
damn,
I told you no to that once. I'm telling you no again. So shout out Hassan Reddick, get your bag, bro.
that's insane, dude. But yeah, shout out to him, man. Don't go nowhere and be unjustly treated for sure. So I stand behind you on that. I wouldn't do it either. Run me my bread, like Cuba Gooden Jr. Show me the money.
I can't think of the last time a guy got traded that was like a star like that that didn't get a new contract when he got traded.
Yeah, it's usually
Like,
just like standard policy. Like you this is the whole purpose of this trade here. Like for me to
yeah,
get
you
a
want to
new
lock
set of
him up.
bread.
Yeah, you want to lock him up for at least a few years, right? Like
I'm
you want to
I'm
make it
trying.
a nice,
Let me say I'm trying to go from wheat to pumpernickel. I need new bread. Like what are we doing here?
right?
You expect me to keep eating this old oat? No,
Have you heard of
I need.
flatbread? Like,
You're
I
right.
don't want
I'm
none of
trying.
that. I
You're
want it
right.
nice and puffy, the whole bag,
I'm
bro.
trying to tell you, I need the whole loaf. Stop playing.
Have, have you ever seen Cuban bread, bro? I'm telling you, I
I'm
need some
trying
of
to
that.
tell you, boy. Talk about a loaf.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I don't blame. Like I said, go get your bread. Do what you got to do. So, um, the one thing I did hear about though, we were talking about the Steelers. I know they were real close. I don't know if they solidified the deal or not, but they was working on the trade to get Brandon Aiyuk. And so I knew, like we've been talking about, I told you that 49ers front office and that team a little bit in disarray. And you can, King 415, if you still there, man, you can comment on that. You tell me what's going on in your front office. But Brandon Ayuk won out of there. And he said he's the reason why that offense really be moving the way it moves. He's the threat that be causing everybody to be open. He said, till we meet again. He must didn't hear the question I asked
To the
for him.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll see.
No,
Well, we'll see you maybe in the bowl, but when you get a chance, like I said, tell us what you think about that Brandon Ayuk trade when you get back, whenever you got some
yeah,
time, now or in the
I, I,
future.
I would be very opinion on that. We always like to get like that fan base's perspective from the side.
He said it's a disservice and disrespectful. Man,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get rid of him either. I think it's foolish, especially since they're in like you're in the position to like pretty much dog walk the NFC. There's only you only got like two or three contenders that you can even talk about on the level of the 49ers. And I just think it's a bad move. Like pay him, bro. Like I understand it's hard to figure out. You're not paying Brock Purdy yet.
man,
And maybe you want to know that he can win it if he's got all these weapons. Like
man.
I'd rather have my young quarterback have as many weapons as he possibly can to get us into win a championship. So
Because it's not
I
like you're
hate
gonna
to
get
see it.
better losing Aiyuk. So
Yeah, how do you get better in that situation? Couple first round draft picks next season, like what's that do for you or something? You know, like, ooh,
right.
you need something.
So if that trade does go through and the Steelers get another weapon, like I said, that just helps solidify what I already think is going to be a stranglehold on the AFC North anyway.
Right? Yeah, and the North is just such a competitive division, man. And the AFC North might be the most competitive division in football in a while, really.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, yeah. Besides the old what was it? The one NFC was the NFC North too, or whatever. I mean, where's Dallas and them? The East, yeah.
The East, yeah, good old NFC East, which is really weird to have a team from Texas considered the East. Like, what kind of sense does that really make? They always think that
Uh,
the division alignments could be a little bit, a little shaken up a little bit to make it make
right.
a little more sense. Like, how is the Texas not in the South but in the East? Pretty far, pretty
Hmm,
far away.
no idea. So one thing I did want to speak on real quick. Hold on, let me say nothing like it's the business. This how it's cutthroat. Yeah, business is cutthroat. Oh, we got
Yeah,
come from Liam. Nothing like two obese men talking about athletes 20 years younger than themselves. Dude, this dude is crazy. What are you talking?
right.
Me and Travis Kelsey are the same age. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? An obese? Anyway, this man.
Yeah. Tom
Well,
Brady's
Liam,
got
you,
you a few years on me.
yeah,
He just
well,
retired. Shit.
it's all right. You continue to be a keyboard warrior and you stay on that side of the platform because I doubt you'll get in
Right.
front of the camera. Anyway,
That, that is it too. Like people think it's so easy. Like let's just be honest. Let's break down some. Like if you want to be a hater, let me anti-hater you a little bit. So what it takes to be a creator on YouTube, right? Is not an overnight thing, bro. Like you have to work at this. We have 6,000 subscribers. You know how many people have 1,000? You know how many YouTube accounts have 1,000? 9%. 9%. We're in the top 10% of YouTube. Put some respect on the name, bro. Like we out here doing it. And you out here typing, talking to me. While we got
man.
20 people talking to us. Like what are we doing here, folks? Like I get it. I get it. Like if you got questions, we can answer them for you, bro. But nobody wants you to answer the question, and that's the difference in life. All right.
It is.
So go touch some grass. Go see the stars. The moon's pretty, like
Man,
all
or
that,
keep
bro.
working on your words per minute. You are a keyboard warrior. Whatever you're great at, I hope that you are the most successful. Amen and
Yeah,
amen.
right. You out here wishing bad on us. We out here wishing good on you. You see this beach behind me? I hope you get to enjoy something like that in life too. Okay, 'cause this is how I'm living,
Mm.
bro. Like this ain't just a backdrop. This is real life. All
Oh
right.
man. But anyway, so moving on, what I was going to say, I was wanting to talk about the Packers and the Browns, only for two things. For one, Deshaun Watson, of course, does not play again, as tradition, so the highway robbery continues. And secondly, Jordan Love only threw two passes, and had a touchdown with that. You know what I'm saying? 63 yards. Came in and did what he had to do. And I think I might double down early on my Green Bay Kansas City Super Bowl. I might have to double
Man,
down on it.
I'm not mad at it. Look, I have the Lions versus the Chiefs, but the Packers and Jordan Love is a hell of a combination. If we're going to be honest, I've had to eat crow over Jordan Love. Like Packers fans, I'll be honest, I was not a believer.
Mm-hmm.
People that he was going to be bad, and he turned around to be decent. And I shouldn't even say decent. That's disrespectful. Damn it. He's pretty damn good.
He's
Like
pretty good.
shout him out. Yeah.
Man. So just looking at that going forward and the success for the Green Bay Packers, um, like I said, with that guy, they're a perennial playoff team at this point.
Oh
Oh, we
no,
have
we
some
didn't mean to say San
comments.
Francisco. Yeah. Oh, King. Yeah, he's upset because we do not have. And I hate to apologize to you on this, but I have
Man.
not had a Super Bowl prediction wrong in like 6 years. So I've gotten the matchup every year. I got the 49ers last year. Like, and people were like, I don't know. They're like, that doesn't sound right. And I'm telling y'all, the Texans are better. We need to talk about. Look, we'll put respect on Texans' name, and if you can go back and look at the tape, preseason last year, your boy tried to tell you that the Texans were going to be a legitimate team. So go ahead and preach on the Texans a little bit.
Anybody who's been watching the show, or if you're new to the show, my collegiate team is the Ohio State Buckeyes. And at the end of the day, CJ Stroud is the man. I knew that coming out. Like I said, the Panthers, they shoot themselves in the foot every day for not drafting CJ Stroud. I already said he was the best quarterback in the draft. After one season, people are already seeing that he's probably one of the top three quarterbacks in the AFC, truly. Let him get another year body of work under him. And I think this year he's going to close the gap with guys like Burrow, Herbert, all them other Jimmy Jams they like to throw up front. But dude, the Texans are legit. The coaches are legit. Their run game, their wide receiver room, Tank Dell and them boys. Dude, I like the Texans. Like I said, I'm always going to ride with them. I got them. It's going to be a one game split between them or Jacksonville winning the South for sure.
Yeah, that's a tight race down there in the South. All of a sudden, a team that hasn't or the whole division that really struggled to put anything together, and suddenly you got like two and a half good teams, maybe even three. You know,
Man,
what do you? Yeah, let's do this. This should be the debate. Is C.J. Stroud better than Jordan Love? Il versus battle dilemma.
not yet. No,
What
not yet. Better than Jordan Love right now?
you?
No, Jordan Love's got more experience, and we've seen his first year at the helm. He took his team to the playoffs too. So, if anything, they're almost at the same level. But I would say no, just because Jordan Love has the edge of being under the tutelage of a sober Aaron Rodgers before all the peyote and the extra stuff. He's got,
Allegedly sober.
yeah, and he's got he's got tremendous poise though too. He's definitely the certified leader. I'm not saying C.J. Stroud's not the leader of the Texans, but you can see more of a committee kind of with that situation because they're not overloaded with talent, but they have so much. But Jordan Love is like he's the unquestioned entity of what's moving that Green Bay team forward. And like I said, I already got them going to the bowl. CJ Stroud, I got them making it to the championship game against Kansas City, but losing to the King because everybody's, it's hard to face the King. Shout out to my boy, the
Right.
Jack. It's hard to face the King. So, it's just what it is.
And that's a wild one for me too, because I would have
I love
guessed you went
CJ
C.J.
Stroud.
Stroud.
Yeah.
Like he's a C.J. Stroud fan. But actually, personally, if I was drafting these out of these two guys, I'd go C.J. Stroud over Jordan Love. I know that might still be like a hangover of my haterness that I have for Jordan or had. I've swallowed my pride and crowned him as excellence. But like I just like what CJ Stroud does. The eye test shows me he's a very athletic. Like I like how he's got a great arm, everything about him. But Jordan Love, you make an excellent point. Like one of how you can tell a quarterback's really good is if he does more with less. And Jordan Love is, I would say the Texans are a better team around CJ Stroud.
Oh
So
yeah.
like you got to shout out Jordan Love for pulling that off.
He said, "Oh, okay, we got a Jets fan." He said, "Me listen to some Jets fan. Jets gonna have a winning record this year, or no? I'm thinking we go 9-8. Um, no, they don't have a winning record this year. I'm sorry. We've talked about this, and only because I don't know the state of Aaron Rodgers. And even if he does play, are we still gonna get that same lackluster we got last time we seen him on the field? I don't think it's enough. I don't, and especially him coming off Achilles injury and all that other jazz. I just
Right.
don't see it. It don't seem like he takes it serious, and he tells everybody to calm down and stuff only because he high. He tells y'all to calm down so y'all don't ruin his high. No, I think Aaron Rodgers is killing y'all. He's gonna kill another season for you, unfortunately. Um,
And what's your if
less
you're a
than nine and
Jets?
eight.
I've actually got them. I believe I've got them at like 10-7. I know we did. We actually, if you want to check our predictions videos, we did do the Jets, so you can find that video and see exactly game by game breakdown that we did for them. But yeah, it's a big asterisk with Aaron Rodgers, and I think they've got a lot of talent, and I think Aaron Rodgers will help them. He'll put together something. But I, it's hard to get hype on it. But what's your opinion on the Hassan Reddick situation? Like, we were talking about that earlier. I'd like to get a Jets fan uh, opinion on
Right,
that one.
for sure.
Does does Jordan deserve the contract? Alicia
Alicia,
Tillman wants to know.
yes, yes, he does. He and I said, and I told Mr. KC we had talked about. I said he was getting that contract because, for one, like I said, his first year at the helm, he proved himself to be a winner. The team is really behind him, and there ain't really nowhere to go forward. And my only thing is, who would you replace him with at this point? I don't see anybody in the draft coming up, or even in the next 2 to 3 years, that can replace what this dude's already done and his knowledge of the game. Like, yeah, I know he's not a rookie, but he's essentially a rookie still.
Right.
You can say this is really his sophomore season of actually playing. Besides, hit and miss games when Aaron Rodgers was always getting hurt. Little spots in and there, but full season, yeah, he deserves that money because who else they gonna give it to at that
Yeah,
point? Like, who else could they bring in?
and as the show's certified Jordan Love hater, I'd still pay him. I still would have paid him too. Like to because exactly what Do with a Beard just said. Like how are you going to replace him? And are you really like? It's hard to get that level of quarterback, even if he's not like a top five guy. Like he's still a top 10. Like and you to find a top 10 quarterback is hard, and you can win a Super Bowl
Man,
if you have a top 10 guy.
man, and he ain't number 10. He's closer than what you think. So shout out to Sub Minor. It's your birthday. Shout out to you. Happy birthday and many
Hey,
more to you, man. And may the Most
I'll
High
drink to
bless
that.
you and keep you, man. Always. Jordan Love, I feel, performed better than CJ. Yeah, John, I'm with you on that. That's what I'm saying. Jordan Love, like I said, I love CJ Stroud, but his team is stacked, and that's not his fault. Like I said, it's not his fault that he got drafted into the perfect situation. But like I said, Jordan Love did more with less, and now they gotten even a little bit more better. And like I said, that chemistry between him and what's the boy Watson is going to be a lot better and everything too. It's nothing but up for Green Bay at this point. Love beat the Cowboys in Dallas in the playoffs, and he beat Detroit on Thanksgiving, and he told Detroit, he said we just got their number. He said I know. He said they know when I'm coming, what time it is. Like he said, he's got a lot of character before.
The Saints. 5 interception, Alicia Tillman dropping. But
Hmm.
yeah, oh, at least you tell me talking
Oh
about the
yeah,
five
yeah,
interceptions.
yeah. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
it's a
hating,
low
man.
number.
I'm just saying, man. It's just what it is. And may the Most High
And
bless you,
then
Carter. Yeah. You and which birds you talking about? Because we got a lot of birds out there. Which birds you talking about?
yeah, which birds? We need a little specific. But John Ross would like a little breakdown on the Saints.
Man,
Oof.
bottom of the NFC South, more than like and you wasn't here earlier, John. I think week one they gonna tie with the Panthers. I think it's gonna be the first tie of the season. So just think about it. Maybe put five on it if you're in a state where you can gamble responsibly. Like I said, I'm in a location where I can gamble responsibly. I advise everybody to do the same thing.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
Saints, man, they had their chance last year. Derek Carr had the ultimate opportunity to prove he could go win a division and take a team to the playoffs, and he squandered it. So that's just it.
Yeah, Carter said the Eagles. That's the birds he was talking about.
Oh yeah, they're not making the offs either. I'm sorry, Carter.
I've got them making the offs. I said, look, everybody, we always want to downplay what the Eagles are about to do, and I just feel like we might be in a similar situation this year.
I'm not,
I really
man.
like that. I like the Saquon Barkley edition. Like
I know you
it's
do. I
nice.
know you like it, but that ain't gonna be enough. It still won't be enough,
Nappers
especially with
is
their
elite.
schedule. I said, especially with their schedule. Like I said,
Yeah,
I just happened to pull up the list, so we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see what happens here. But the Eagles, I don't think so. We're gonna see though. Like I said, them Alabama quarterbacks, you got really just gotta wait and see with them kind of people. Uh, we'll see. Hopefully they play better because I'm a Saints fan. I understand, man. We've been on the bad side of a lot of bad football too.
like
Got to feel good. Yes,
people
sir,
forget we
Mahomes.
seen that 3-13 season before Andy
I'm
Reid
trying to
got to
tell
the
you,
Chiefs.
dude. I'm trying to tell you. I read 2-14 on the Romeo Canal. I'm all man. Stop playing. Like I know all about it. Oh man, he's neighbors is elite, Giants on top. Eli Ford. I'm right there with you, Eli, and I'm glad you said it because Mr. KC will not hear it. I keep telling football better is when the Giants are good. And I believe Neighbors is going to take them over the top. Now Hyatt might play a little better because he should have been a dog for y'all last year. It's nothing but up for Vanilla Vic and the Giants right now.
And I disagree with all that. Man, and it's not fair to Vanilla Vic, right? Like they just refuse. And it's not even that they refuse. They try to put guys around him, but it just like never works out. And I'm done with the whole Giant situation. I'm ready to blow it up, and I think they shall too.
I'm just telling you because you give me an unfair shake, like I said, because he got hurt last year. But the year before, on this very show, you saw the rise of the Giants, like I was saying, and that was more with less back then. He's arguably got better receivers now, coming back healthy. Man, you already know I'm riding with Vanilla Vic and the Giants. Man, you got to do it. Uh, he said John Ross, Dan Jones is a new man with that beard. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes it takes little transformations. He's coming back
And,
stronger.
and old Tommy DeVito. Yeah, that was a fun little storyline. I
Man,
like
right. They
that
was
one.
just trying to sell some sandwiches or something in the local delis. He had a deli deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that was. He had a deli deal. He had to get some Italians off. Yeah, that's all. Uh Geno's a 1 year wonder. You talking about Geno Smith? No, 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 no. What? No, I gotta disagree with that. I just saw what you said, Timothy Thompson. What you think about the Seahawks? Yeah, the Seahawks make the playoffs. I've already talked about that. Their offense is too stout not to. You saying they don't, Mister Casey?
Nah,
Out of
I,
all the seven, you tell me the seven teams. What six teams are gonna keep them out, or what seven?
what's it? We'll start with the West. We'll go 49ers. We'll go North, the Lions. And then the East, you're going to go Cowboys. And then I think we're going to
I think he's gonna say he's gonna give the South to the Falcons, ladies and gentlemen. He froze there for a second. I don't know where he going with that, but after that, I got the Seahawks winning the wild card, and I also got the Lions making it from that same situation. Uh, After that, here the last team, it really don't even matter. Yeah, the Falcons are going to win the South. They don't have anybody to stop them. The Saints aren't going to be good enough. The other two teams are just totally irrelevant. I mean, nobody's really looking at Tampa Bay. Keith, Chiefs fan here. Well, this is a kingdom situation, man. You kind of see my little posters and everything in the background. I've been working on my basement while we build this thing slowly but surely. But Championship City, man. Like I said, we've been through enough turmoil to know what it's like to get some wins under the belt. Uh, but back to the point, the Saints D is going to be underrated. The Saints defense is always good. Like I'm not counting them out because their defense. I'm counting them out because their offense is so trash. Derek Carr just seems can't get it. He can't get it right. Kamara's he had too many legal problems. Maybe since some of that stuff subsided, he'll get better. But I don't know. What do you think about the Packers? Honestly, Eli, I had the Packers going to the bowl. They were my Super Bowl pick for next year. Early, preemptive pick, preseason pick. When the official comes up and we start to see week one and stuff, we'll talk about it. But we'll see what happens. But they might go to the bowl. And Keith, they just got Willie Gay. Yeah, I know the defense is going to be okay, and Willie Gay is my dog. But like I said, that offense in New Orleans ain't enough to really carry him. It's the quarterback situation. It's too many problems in the front office, and the play calling just really ain't up to par. Like I don't know what's been going on with the Saints, but